I worked front desk at a Berlin hotel when an American couple checked in at midnight. They'd missed their connecting flight and were exhausted. The husband asked if we had any restaurants open. I said no. Everything closes by 11. He stared at me. You could have said that nicer. I answered your question. His wife jumped in. In America, we soften bad news. You're being very direct. I nodded. Yes, I am German. She looked at her husband like I'd proven her point. He asked if there was anywhere to get food. I said there's a gas station 2 blocks east. A gas station. That's your suggestion? I explained that German gas stations sell fresh sandwiches, salads, fruit. He scoffed. You're telling us to eat at a gas station on our first night in Germany? I said I was telling him where food existed after 11. His wife whispered that I was being hostile. I assured her I was not hostile, just factual. She said that was the problem. They asked for the manager. I told them I was the night manager. The husband said, figures. They left a review saying German customer service was aggressively unhelpful. They gave us 2 stars. 1 star was for the pillow quality. A woman asked our Munich pharmacy for sleeping pills. I asked if she had a prescription. Why would I need a prescription for Tylenol PM? I explained that's not available here. She said, then what do Germans take? I listed options requiring prescriptions. She said I was being difficult on purpose. Our Hamburg bookstore had a woman searching for 30 minutes. She finally asked me for help finding German cookbooks. I walked her to the shelf labeled Deutsche Küche. She stopped. You could have told me where it was when I came in, said she hadn't asked when she came in. You saw me looking, confirmed I had seen her, and you didn't help? I explained that German retail workers don't approach customers unless asked. She said that was terrible service. I said it was respecting privacy. Privacy? I'm in a store. I'm obviously here to buy something, I agreed. And when she needed help, she asked, and I helped. She demanded to know why I didn't anticipate her needs. I said I was a bookseller, not psychic. She asked if I was trying to be funny. I said no, I was trying to be accurate. She told me American stores would have helped immediately. I said she was in Germany now. She bought nothing and told me my attitude lost a sale. I pointed out she'd been browsing for 30 minutes without buying before we spoke. So technically I'd lost nothing. A man in our Stuttgart rental car office asked if the Autobahn was dangerous. I said no, not if you follow rules. What rules? I said stay right, except to pass. Check mirrors constantly and don't block the left lane. That's it? I confirmed. He laughed. You Germans love your rules. I said these weren't special rules, just traffic laws. You're very serious about this, he agreed. Because crashes at 200 kilometers per hour are serious. His smile faded. You think I'm going to crash? I said I didn't think anything about his driving. I was answering his question about danger. He said I was being morbid. I said he'd asked if it was dangerous, and I had explained the context of that danger. He said American rental agents would have been reassuring. I said I wasn't hired to reassure. I was hired to inform. He asked for a different agent. I got my colleague. She told him the exact same information. He said she had a better attitude. I asked what was different. He said she smiled more. My colleague is Finnish. She did not smile once. Our Cologne restaurant had a couple ask for recommendations. I listed our 3 most popular dishes. The wife asked which I preferred personally. I said I don't eat meat, so I couldn't say. She looked offended. You work here and you don't eat the food? I said I work here and I am vegetarian. Then why did you recommend meat dishes? I said because they're statistically most ordered. Her husband said I should have mentioned my diet first. I asked why my personal diet mattered to their dinner. He said it showed I wasn't passionate about the food. I said I was passionate about accurate information, and the accurate information was that most customers ordered those 3 dishes. She said a good server would have shared personal favorites. I said a good server shares what guests will probably enjoy, not what the server's digestive system tolerates. She called me sarcastic. I promised I was being literal. They ordered salads out of spite. When the salads arrived, beautifully plated and generous, the husband admitted they looked good. I said, yes, our chef is excellent. The wife asked why I didn't recommend these earlier. I said she'd asked for most popular dishes, not best salads. She said I was impossible. I agreed that I was in fact possible because I was standing there. A tourist in our Dresden tech shop asked if we price matched. I said no. Why not? I said because it's not our policy. But I found this laptop cheaper online. Suggested buying it online then. He blinked. You're supposed to match the price, so I buy it here. I said I was supposed to follow company policy, which was no price matching. You're really not going to match it? I confirmed. He said American stores would fight for his business. I said this was Germany. We had different business models. What model? The model where you lose customers. I said apparently the model where we're honest about our policies up front, instead of pretending we'll match prices and then adding conditions. He stared. Are you calling American stores dishonest? I said I was calling our store honest. He asked for the manager. My manager said the same thing but in slightly friendlier German that he didn't understand. He bought the laptop anyway because the online one wouldn't arrive for 2 weeks. Our Frankfurt hotel had a guest call the desk at 2 a.m. She said the people above her were walking around. I confirmed they were allowed to walk in their room, but I can hear them. I said German buildings have different sound insulation standards than American ones. So you're saying it's my problem? I said I was saying it was a reality of the building's construction. She demanded I call them and tell them to stop walking. I said I couldn't tell guests not to walk in their rooms. You're the manager. I confirmed my title. Then manage this. I explained that unless they were violating quiet hours with parties or loud music, walking was permitted. She said this was unacceptable. I agreed it was unfortunate, but not rule-breaking. She asked what she should do. I suggested earplugs, which we provide free at the desk. Earplugs? That's your solution? I said yes, because I couldn't stop humans from walking. She said American hotels would have moved her. I said we were fully booked. She hung up. The next morning, she complained to my manager that I'd been rude. My manager asked what I'd said that was rude. She couldn't name anything specific, just that my tone was wrong. A man in our Leipzig train station asked when the next train to Munich left. I checked and said 19 minutes. 19 exactly? I said the schedule showed 18 minutes now. He laughed nervously. You guys are serious about punctuality? I said yes. What if it's late? I said then it would be late, but usually it's on time. I said yes, usually within 2 minutes. He looked panicked. Only 2 minutes? What if I'm getting coffee? I said then he might miss the train. You're joking. I said German trains depart on schedule. He asked what happened if someone was running late. I said the train left without them. He said that was harsh. I said it was fair to the 200 people already seated. You really won't hold it? I confirmed. He skipped coffee. He made the train with 4 minutes to spare and looked personally victorious. When he boarded, he told me I'd scared him. I said good. He caught his train. He said American trains would have waited. I said American trains wouldn't have arrived on time to begin with. Our Berlin coffee shop had a regular who'd been coming for 2 weeks. She finally asked if I remembered her order. I said yes. Medium oat milk latte. She beamed. See? That's nice. You should do that more. I said I'd literally done it every day. I mean, smile when you say it. I said I wasn't paid to smile. I was paid to make coffee. Her face fell. That's really rude. I said it was really honest. In America, servers are friendly. I said in Germany, servers are efficient. You don't care about customers? I said I cared about giving customers exactly what they ordered, correctly prepared. At the right temperature, which I'd done flawlessly for 14 consecutive days. She said that wasn't enough. I asked what else she wanted. Warmth. Connection. I said she could get warmth from the coffee and connection from friends. I provided caffeination. She said I was proving her point about rudeness. I said I was proving my point about German customer service prioritizing competence over performance. She asked if I even liked my job. I said yes, I made excellent coffee. But do you like people? I said people were fine. Coffee was better. She stared at me for a long moment, then laughed. Actually laughed. She said I was exhausting, but she respected the consistency. She kept coming back. She never asked me to smile again. German honesty isn't rude. It's just honest. We say what we mean. We answer what you ask. We don't wrap facts in cushions or apologize for reality. And when Americans call that rude, we don't argue. We just wonder why they ask questions if they didn't want true answers. Next time, we'll cover Americans who try to tip in countries where tipping is insulting. That panic is somehow even louder.